So then it was like, hey, it might not last forever, but it'll last long enough, if you know what I mean. So I mean, polyurethane,
all you need.
Fine, it lasts for a long time.
Absolutely.
Polyurethane. Welcome back to the Flannel Panel, everyone. We got Corey, and if you didn't see the thumbnail, you should check it out. Well, we might see that a little later. We got Jason and we got Troy, and it's going to be a night. It's going to be a night. How about that?
That's one guarantee. It will be a night.
It'll be a night.
Accurate.
55 minutes, whether you like it or not.
Now that's going to be next week's cold open.
55 minutes, whether you like it.
You want it or not.
Well, the thumbnail is a photo of Corey looking at his arrangement of photos on a fancy wall, similar to your background there.
It is similar to the background. Yeah. What are we waiting for? Oh, that was the text, not a comment. We're getting text.
Oh. Hit it, boys. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
We've hit it, whatever that means. Tommy D, I'm drinking some Lot 40 Dark Oak, which is a Canadian rye. This guy here.
I came prepared this time because so we opened this bottle yesterday with some friends, and it's the Bardstown Pfeiffer Pavitt Reserve. It's one of the wine finished.
Okay.
So if I get too drunk to pronounce Pfeiffer Pavitt,
Too late.
mellow corn.
You might be already there.
I can always
mellow
corn. But Pfeiffer Pavitt. Oh, I got it right on the first gun. Oh, I'll keep it.
If you hit the mellow corn enough, you will be too drunk to pronounce it. So don't worry
You're
about
not wrong.
Let's go. Oh, what is that, Troy? What are you getting into? Oh, the Black and Willet.
The X one.
Nice. I just opened up, or not open, but I'm trying a little bit of just Willet rye.
Oh,
it. Always wins.
Just.
I overindulged last night, so I'm limping into it.
I'm good about being, I don't mind sticking out. But Troy, I will go out on a limb and say, personally, that new riff that you bought kicks the crap.
Oh, you can say anything.
You can say it. It's fine.
It kicks the hell out of that Willet.
We're not.
That's all you're gonna say?
Kicks the hell out of Willet.
Yeah.
Is it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just the hell.
I was gonna say, well, I had other
shit.
Yeah.
adjectives.
It.
Thank you. Yeah,
I just got off work, so I still dropping F-bombs until Matt tells me to calm down.
Let it rain. Yeah, I'm excited to try that new riff, but I got to figure out how to get down to see Troy.
Yes, I have been
worthy cause it.
Yeah.
The bottles have been flying out of here this week. Ever since Jason posted that picture last week, it's been sales have boomed.
Good.
Sales have boomed, and I think you're sold out.
No, we still got some,
Okay.
but I think we've sold more
Only
than we
sold
hoped
out for
we could.
certain people.
Yeah.
Got you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
You gotta have a guy. If you don't know a guy,
You gotta have a guy.
all right. We gotta know a guy. I know a guy.
Yep.
So it's fine. It's fine.
I know a guy. His name's
Yeah.
Troy. He's
Same
the
guy.
mayor.
Yeah, the mayor of Canootenhutton, right? Newton Haven,
Hutton.
Canootenhutton.
Hutton.
I'm just gonna start calling it G Unit.
You guys are making me squirm.
G Unit, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the mayor of You're Not Shit, Ohio.
I guess that would help. There we go.
Hey.
You can hear me now.
Well, you
So-
were not earlier.
Yeah, I was just gonna say before we went live, we were a little late today because Jason had the perfect camera setup. He looked great. Just finished complimenting him on how clear his camera looked, everything like that. Then he just did the most Jason move ever. And he's like, "Let me reach up and try and fix this." Crash! The whole thing came down.
Smash the whole thing to the ground.
Yeah.
I was here 20 minutes early for the first time in the history of the show. I was here. My setup was ready. I was even and I just wanted to adjust the camera just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I made us late again as
Hey,
usual.
Chris Farley did.
That's the thing.
And he took the whole thing down.
I know I live in a van down by the river.
Right. And he dumped M&Ms in the vents.
Adam Shelton.
Adam.
Cheers, y'all. Cheers, Adam. Nice to see you. What are you guys drinking? Tommy D, you got to have something in that glass, I'm sure. Adam, you drinking anything?
These Bears are 2-1 despite having the worst quarterback rated in all of football. Listen,
football. I got to set up a lineup. Corey, did I beat you?
Yeah, my team is terrible.
Oh, I didn't even look.
In last place, solidly in last place, I believe, right now. So,
and
I drafted the Bears Justin Fields, hoping that he would be like poor man's Jalen Hurts this year, and it turns out he's like
just a poor man.
Tebow, like he's terrible. Like it's just.
Did you say Make a Wish Tebow?
Yeah, wish.com.
Oh. I thought you went like Make a Wish.
Yeah. Also that, like, it's just bad. So anyway, but yeah, I thought I was being smart and drafting all these high upside guys, and as it turns out, my team just blows.
In a funny turn of events, during the draft, I screwed it up and got drunk and messed up those 2 picks. When in fact, the truth is, all I needed to do was draft Lamar Jackson and win 3 games.
Yeah, right, and that's it. Yeah.
Hey, it's easy when you draft Lamar Jackson and he scores 50 points a week.
Yeah, helpful.
That's all you got to do.
Exactly.
It's fine. And after that, it's fine. But yeah, my team's terrible. So, and in real life, I cheer for the Broncos, who are 2-1, despite the fact that they too are terrible and they're very difficult to watch. So,
how did Russell do against yourself?
Listen, Russell Wilson brilliantly got a $250 million contract before he rolled out and realized that he actually sucks in real life.
I have a
contract extension for the season. Maybe he'll be great later on in the year. It's entirely possible.
I really think so. I have an inkling because he does this every year. I mean, even in Seattle, he always started out slow. This year, he has an excuse. You look at some of those throws; they're just not in sync. And that option pass, he missed that. They were zigging instead of zagging like 4 or 5 times. I think when they get on board in a couple games, I think it'll perk up a little bit.
Maybe he's missing the zigzags from Seattle.
Oh, it's because you can watch because they have that option tree, and they showed him. Receiver goes that way, he throws that way, and yeah, I think, and the fact that their offensive line can't hold out anything.
Yeah, freaking football. I'm back into college football, so it's fine.
Troy's just laughing.
I just did it, Jason. I'm using my phone and my holder's falling over.
I don't know whether I'm laughing about that or the fact that now it's doing it, Jason.
It's all falling down.
No, you just became a verb.
When you screw up at the last moment, you do it, Jason.
Newman.
You Newman did. It's fine.
Oh. Adam saying, anyone want to trade me a quarterback?
Yeah, trade you Justin Fields right now for like a kicker.
Oh,
you did it, Jason. You did that, or you're showing us.
That was exactly what you did, except it fell all the way off the table.
I'll be with you guys.
I'm sure glad you have pants on.
Yeah.
That could have been awkward.
You guys got me in my natural environment.
Wait a minute. You guys wear pants for this show?
No.
This is the first day I did, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm always just, I figure it's all torso up, so yeah.
Yeah. Unless you do it, Jason.
Michelle's here.
Hey.
Hola, Michelle.
Michelle
back
just went on that.
Back in Arizona, Nevada, or did you still up in Colorado?
Some fancy hikes and some fancy photos on that Instagram. That looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. Tommy D.
There we are.
Best Tom Petty song ever, but
yeah. Free balling.
Yep.
Yeah, High West Cowpunchers. That's you, right, Jason?
It is.
Me and you this week. Is that your team dance?
You like the Red Raiders of Texas ass neck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so far I'm lined up to whoop you right now.
Yeah,
but they don't take into account the fact that Lamar Jackson going to get 60 points.
You have.
They only mixing for.
You have 2 empty spots. I shouldn't tell you this, but.
Actually, I made some.
Made a trade with his wife, so he swapped players.
Hold on. 1 more bench spots.
What's that?
What's that?
Did you add more bench spots?
No, but I have an IR spot, so you can actually play you can put something IR and take another.
You have
But you
2
gotta-
more players than I do.
No, he's picking up hurt dudes and putting them on IR.
Yeah, I'm doing dumb shit.
Oh,
I have to. I screwed up the draft. I'm gonna do shady crap.
Doing his sneakiness,
Plus,
shady.
Natalie's made 97 transactions already.
shenanigans.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm in last place. It's gonna be fine. I'm looking forward to whatever shit bottle of whiskey that gets sent to me for being in last place.
It never happens. Never
I
happens.
will this year.
Nope.
I've already sampled out the Floki for everyone.
What is Floki?
Floki is that single malt Icelandic one that's peated with sheep's dung. Smells like the
I
inside of
smell
a
that
goat's
at your
ass.
house. That's terrible.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
Sheep dung and horse shit.
There's some.
Yeah. Let me
They-
tell
they-
you something. It smells just like it's described. So
It really does. It
there's
really
nothing
does.
questionable about it. You're like, huh? What is whiskey that's got a little bit of sheep poop in it smell like? Smells
Troy's
like. Yeah, weird.
playing with
And
fire
the
right there.
worst
Anytime he
part
touches
is,
that
not only
camera.
does he have that grassy
I know.
sheep dung, goat's ass thing, but it's actually really sweet on the back end. So you get like shit taste
That's where the
and
dung
then-
comes from.
and
Yeah.
sugar cube.
Listen.
Really sweet on that back end.
So hopefully you guys will be able
Nope.
to enjoy it.
No.
It's
Oh no.
Will Troy still drunk?
Oh, I know.
Did you party
I was
pretty
over
hard last
serving.
night?
Yes,
He
I
was-
was.
he was
overserved.
tuned.
I was a little tuned up. Last night was I don't know if I told you guys this. I've been cooking wings twice a month, so it was wing night at the local. Now my phone's going dead. Son of a bitch. At the local Elks Club. So I came back from that and then hopped on the VBN, and I should have quit drinking before I started, but
No.
So when I got on, Troy was just going straight bottle to the face, like forget glassware.
Yeah.
And
Old.
it feels greasy. But so I hopped on here, and I don't have any glasses in the area, so I didn't want to get up and get one. So I've got bottles, I just don't have glasses. So I just,
Yeah. I mean, bottles are glass. It's fine.
that's right. We
the
brought up
one-
tequila and he started chugging rye straight from the bottle and then dropped the call and left. Did a full out mic drop. So like
I've been having a lot of
maybe it's
technical
rye
issues.
drop. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah.
That's all
how
right.
did that go last night?
Making impression coming in ain't going out. It's quality.
Ty's here,
Just maintained. Yeah. But-
maintained since last night.
sorry, that's a fisherman right there. That's a real goddamn fisherman. 2 days, just kept at it.
Yep.
I watched this video today.
Got up today, started drinking again. You're all good.
Oh yeah, that new video on 8 Times Up was really fun. If you get a chance, go see it.
Ty went live on 8 Times Up Outdoors. If you're not subscribed to that, you really should. Ty's doing some fun stuff, and this weekend, it's this weekend, right? I think Will's going too.
Next weekend.
Next weekend, it's one of these weekends.
Yeah.
They're going on a big trip, and it's going to be a blast. I'm stoked to hear all about it, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll maybe do a recap when he gets back on
Oh, for
his
sure.
endeavors. That's the word, right?
Yeah,
It's been a long day, boys. It's been a long day.
Interest.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, makes me want to grab a fishing rod.
teaching. What were you teaching today? Math, or you into mechanics yet?
No. I'm still a grade 4 math teacher at the college level. But
It's mechanics. Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
yeah,
You got to know your gazintas.
Huggaduggas. Huggaduggas. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Torque specs.
Or you just don't pull the ratchet till it breaks?
Well, ideally, it doesn't.
Wow.
Well, I don't try and break it, but
That was a
I know
self.
we have a little fun, but
Like you finished.
Sometimes you just gotta
Jump clap.
go past the threshold. And break.
sometimes you just got to go hard.
Sometimes
Well, sometimes you just have to jump clap yourself. Hey,
torque specs be damned.
torque specs, Pete. All right.
Troy, we got to get Troy drunk again.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Bottles.
So will it ride? Is that shark repellent you just poured?
No, I don't have anything like that. That's just a plain old rye. Now I'm shark repellent now.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
When you said shark repellent, I was thinking one of the.
I don't have anything
Thomas
like that. He's got 2
badges
bottles on the
from
shelf.
Yeah. I was thinking like a Southern Tier bottle when I got confused. I get confused a lot
It's fine.
because I'm drunk all the time.
That's good.
Still fine.
That's a solid.
Empty
whiskey
nest,
right there.
man. You get we get that. It's that prerogative. It's the
Oh, so this
Pants.
weekend
through it.
is parents' weekend up at Bowling Green, so we're going up to see my daughter. But Saturday at midnight, she turns 21, so she needs mom and dad off campus by midnight, preferably before. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll be her first time ever drinking, Troy. So, I mean,
Yeah,
You-
I figure somebody had to show her how to do it.
I was gonna say you have to have the first drink at midnight and then then usher.
Well, she's
Your
never
son.
had one, Jason. She hasn't been 21, so it's a big deal.
Yeah. We did
Wait there at midnight,
practice
have
once
his
during
drink,
COVID.
walk away.
Practiced a little during COVID.
Yeah, we used to have family drunk night.
Yeah,
If you haven't done that, that's a good bonding activity with the whole family.
yeah,
Just sit around the fire and
yeah.
pick songs and pass the bottle.
Well, that sounds like a good time
Not
Right.
spin the bottle. That's a West Virginia activity.
for family night for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been
That
to.
is-
Corey, you had a weekend too last weekend.
Yeah,
you got into some stuff.
yeah. Last Saturday, we went to a Royals game.
Hmm.
It was a competitive game against the Mariners. It was fun. They did a drone show afterwards instead of fireworks show.
What does that mean? A
They had a-
Synchronized.
show.
Yeah, a shitload of light up synchronized drones that made like
Mhm.
formations in the sky and stuff. It was kind of cool. It was just kind of slow. Like, I mean, we set up. So they did like a 10-minute show, and all I could think of is how much fireworks would have gone off in 10 minutes. And it was like, and then it was like, it's a fountain. And then they would like blink and they'd move and they'd be like, it's a baseball. And I'm like, oh,
It's
like, come on. Pick up the-
really bad technical mime.
yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, come on. So it's fine. It was really cool. And the technology is crazy and like all of that stuff. But it was a little slow. So yeah, if you had that going on and some other stuff going on at the same time, it'd probably be pretty sweet actually. And it was impressive, but it was, I was glad it wasn't a 30-minute show. That would have been long. But it was cool. And then on Sunday we went and we shot a lot of guns.
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah. So there were 13 of us, I think. Won a little shootout out at one of our whiskey brothers. His parents own a ranch out here in Northeast Kansas, and they set up a for real shooting range. And I mean a for real shooting range. And Mark Nooch kind of helped spearhead some of that. You might have heard of him. They made a movie about him called 12 Strong. So, yeah, we shot with like former special forces badasses. And that's kind of like shooting hoops in the driveway with Michael Jordan, where you're like, this. So they show you some drills, like where we're going to run, the El Presidente drill or something like that. It's like start with your back to the target and then turn, draw your firearm, and 3 rounds here, 3 rounds here, 3 rounds here. Then you replace the mag and go backwards, reholster your gun, and that's when the timer goes off. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to focus mostly on not hurting myself and try not to get the gun stuck in my holster when I turn around. So, and they do it, and it's like pop, 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 drop and whatever. And I'm just, it was wild. And then at the end, we shot cowboy guns, and like for real cowboy shooting, like lever action, 45 long Colt,
That's awesome.
rifles and single action
Those are the best.
Colt revolvers and short shotgun, double barrel shotguns, like
Coach guns.
well, like a coach gun. Yeah. So we ran through a drill where you had 2 single action revolvers and you had to hit 6 targets down, like the little circle targets, and knock all those down. And then you switched to the rifle, and it was 10 shots for the revolver, 20 yards, 2 shots, 30 yards, 2 shots, like back and forth until it was done. And then you had to pick up the shotgun, drop shells in the double barrel shotgun and knock over 2 bowling pins, reload the shotgun and knock over a 3rd bowling pin. So, and some reason I had to go first because I'm a goddamn cowboy. Like, I don't understand first. So yeah, I knocked down like 3 of the pistol targets despite having 12 shots. I rang the shit out of the rifle. That was really good. And the shotgun, that's my normal jam. Like, I can shoot trap like a mother, but
I can't.
The pistol aim for the torso, not like a circle. Circle's a problem. Like the big silhouette, I'm money. But if you need a certain space, not so much.
Yeah. Shotgun's so weird for me. Like skeet or trap.
Yeah,
because I wait for it to plane. So I wait for it to go too far away from me.
Oh, and then you can't throw it that far.
So I was shooting trap. I was shooting trap with a turkey choke. Because I'd let it plane out and then like try and hit it, and I did better that way than just with normal. Yeah, I because I don't want to move the gun. I'm so used to being still with it. So swinging a shotgun so weird to me.
So we play like basically like a game of horse. We have multiple guys shooting, and you throw it.
Horse soldier, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. The first person shoots, and then if you miss, and the next guy can shoot, and if he hits, then you get a letter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I'd get all the letters. Yeah,
you get all the letters.
all the letters fast.
Like you shoot quick, so I'm fast. Like it's it's
a
few yards down range before that thing.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was fun. It was really cool. We shot everything, dude. It was everything from ARs to high caliber rifles to cowboy guns and 9mm and 1911. Like we took everything. It was dumb. Like it was a massive amount of firearms and fun, but
that's fun.
Done very safely, and we did not drink until afterwards. So, and then we had a little wild turkey and some horse soldier.
Very fitting.
Yeah, I think you have to have horse soldier.
Yeah, the commander select, that was amazing. So it was real good. It was a great day.
Cool.
Corey's life is so much more exciting than mine is.
I agree.
Just come to Kansas. Like we got guys for this shit. Like
who knew? I mean, Kansas is like the Mecca hotspot of all the fun stuff.
Yeah, I did send out that photo of the back of the truck. Like it looked like we were a militia. Like it was dumb how much, and that was one of 3 or 4 trucks that arrived. Like it was a silly amount of guns. But.
Well, and if you ever head this way, I know a guy. I know several deputies that have keys to the county ranges, so we can go to use the law enforcement ranges.
Oh.
I'll bring some dudes. Let's go.
Yeah.
So out that way is so Jack Carr, the terminalist that I've raved about, the novel writer and whatnot. He is apparently at Park City Range all the time.
Okay.
Jason.
Is that close to you?
Yeah.
30 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we could make it easily. I have another range that's not
his
far away.
Instagram's awesome because he's playing around there all the time with stuff.
Well, Park City's up by High West, so there you
go.
Do a little shootout. Go pick up
your way.
Winners.
Matter
of fact, there's a High West saloon in Park City, so we could even.
Ta-da!
Utah's got to happen soon.
Absolutely. I have another range here that I really like. It actually has a underground 150-meter rifle range.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And it's really cool because it's just concrete conduit buried under 150. What's cool when you shoot your ARs, it sounds like Star Wars because you get the reverb and the recoiling from the trunk. So it sounds like Empire Strikes Back.
Throw some tracer bullets on there and away you go. Yeah. Red and blue flying everywhere. It's perfect. Yeah.
I'm in. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
No
weekend, so it was pretty good.
I have a big weekend to hopefully. We got we have the High West Midwinter Nights Dram Party that comes out on Saturday.
I heard they're raising the price of the bottle MSRP by $40 a bottle. Is that true?
It's like 125. I think it's. I don't know if it's 4. I think it's 125 instead of 99. So it is. It was raised. I think.
Some bitch.
I don't know if it's just because it's that 10-year anniversary release, or
well, that could be. But still, it's like
So.
But they'll get it. So and it'll still sell out. So hell, if I'm them, I'd sell it high too. What are you gonna do?
It'll be fun. So we'll be able to taste it there and then buy the bottles. And it releases October 2nd. So we'll get it a day before everybody else does.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Which means you guys will get it as soon as I can get some shipping labels.
Nat, I'm not marinating birds with buckshot.
I have heard that.
Lemon pepper.
Yeah. So I have buddies that
It's peppered, but in a different way.
yeah, that shoot a
She's
lot.
making that up, isn't she? That's not for
Love
real.
and duck and whatever. I shoot clay pigeons for fun. Yeah, I don't want to deal with bringing it home and cleaning it for the most part. And I'm not patient enough to send the duck blind because I can't.
Oh, I'm with you.
Very fidgety.
Cold and wet is no way to go through life.
Yeah, very fidgety. But yeah.
I used to, when pheasant hunting used to be really big here, but just like everything, the population's driven them out.
Pheasant's fine because you can walk the field. That's not bad. But just like sitting still while waiting for the ducks in the morning in the dark, like I'm not here for that shit.
Yeah, pheasant hunting, I'm all in for. You're moving at that point.
Yeah, you walk the field, it's beauty. No
It's perfect for flannel too. Flannel
Hey,
vest, you know.
Amen. Duck hunting is like you got all
Right
that
up our alley.
kind of shit on. You have to sit still in the cold. You're like in
You
a
gotta
boat or in
paint
a
your
marsh.
face.
Yeah, like
There's a
freezing.
private range here up Canyon that it's a club hunting, which is I always mocked it because all they do is they'll have some kid, with a cage full of farm raised pheasants.
Yeah.
And they have these little blinds and they'll get them dizzy and shove them in the blind about 100 feet in front, 100 yards in front of you. And then by the time you walk by, the pheasant has got his bearings and dove out of the blind and you shoot it.
How very British of you.
Yeah.
I used to say that's not sporting,
With
but now
my Schofield.
Real
With my
bougie
Schofield.
girl kind of bullshit hunting.
it lays his that saves me about 5 to 6, 100 yards walking. Then we can throw them in the blind. Screw it.
Yeah. None of us want to walk. We just want to shoot them.
Hey, JT.
JT
It's
and James is here. We'll see you in January.
Oh, that's right. He's coming out to visit.
Yeah, James.
Sweet.
So Troy mentioned that Kansas is the happening place.
Mm-hmm.
Lee.
And if you seen the thumbnail, it might just get a little bit more happening because Corey's got some serious stuff going on.
So I started painting like in October, November last year.
Yeah.
And it mostly is like a mental health exercise. I mean, honestly. So that was really around the time that Eric got pretty sick. My best friend passed away from cancer this past summer. And he started to get really sick. And so I needed a little bit of an outlet. And I've always done graphic design. So I just said, well, you know what? I can maybe try to like paint. It's not screens. So yeah, you got it. I think I just got an email. Fine.
I was like, was that mine? What's happening?
Maybe I should turn off work. Is that
that might also help your mental health.
Yeah. So so
That helps.
in an attempt, you should probably have to take a shot every time your email goes off.
That's the best. Let's do that. You have to take a shot every time someone beeps in your ear.
You have to drink if you So yeah, I started painting and really kind of fell in love with it. And so I don't know how to judge it. Other folks tell me that I'm good at it, so I'm going to leave it up to everybody else. But then I started kind of stacking up paintings, and people started asking to buy them, which blew my mind, which was super humbling. And then a local, so they want a co-working space, like that's a thing, right? Where it's a big open area where you just like rent your ability to use desks or whatever. And they're opening up a new space, and they're going to put some art stuff in there. So there's going to be a t-shirt shop and a local person who does pottery, custom pottery. And then they asked if I wanted to put paintings in there. So I'm actually going to have a little bit of a display and gallery space and retail, and it's wild. So pretty wild.
And it looks awesome.
Yeah, the display looks cool.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's see if I can if this will work. Hey. So yeah, it's an old limestone building that they've kind of torn back down to the studs and put in there, and then I get the whole side of the staircase. So that's several pieces, and then the stuff that's the blue and the green. There's a literally a Wizard of Oz thing happening in Wamego this coming weekend, so I made some Wizard of Oz stuff.
Well played.
I'm also I like money, so I could move a few of those. But yeah, it's just a cool space.
It looks amazing. It's you to a T. Like the wood background with your stuff, like it's so good.
Yeah, it gives a
love
little bit better scale, I think, to some of the stuff that I post on Instagram and stuff like that. Like there's some larger.
Some of that is big.
That's what she said. And then a few things I still need to frame. But yeah, like it was pretty cool. So yeah, I threw up a little.
Also, the
super
name.
sign. Yeah.
So are you sticking with CD Reeves or what's happening?
Yeah, and then that 813 Art House. Well, I've got to get that going. It works with the Whiskey House stuff, and
Sure it does.
do a little extra content. But super hipster sign. So it's next to a coffee shop. So I thought that kind of worked.
I mean, I'd buy a coffee and look at the paintings all day.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for, is that people just will, because you can see stuff through the windows. So I'm hoping that people just see it. They're talking about putting a little bit of light on there at nighttime so that you can see it through the glow of the window and stuff, which would be pretty sweet. So
at what point do we get to see a collaboration with yourself, i.e., a Wamego whiskey tasting art exhibit?
So I really want to do that. They have an upstairs at that space and some other stuff, or do some things at the Columbian. So now it's like that's the kind of the jam, right? It's like to work on a bunch of extra paintings and then try to do some maybe a couple things in a series or some bourbon related stuff, and maybe debut like 5 or 6 bourbon related pieces, and then do a cocktail party or something like that. And I think that'd be pretty sweet. So that's what I'm headed next, is trying to do some stuff that's
you're 5 steps ahead.
Whatever.
Yes to it all, and I would say anybody watching that's interested in Corey's stuff, now's the time to get in.
Yeah, it's gonna get expensive.
Like I'm saying, whatever the price is, and you might want to email 813arthouse@gmail.com to get some pricing. But I follow a guy on Instagram that's a knife maker, and he just recently went into this. I think it was a podcast that I listened to him on. And he's like, yeah, when I first started, I do all this stuff. And now like everything's stamped and kind of numbered and documented because there's a collector's part of it. And like that's going to happen with you. Yeah, like it's just incredible. The artwork's incredible. People are going to follow this and it's amazing. So if you're interested in art and that whole CD Reeves or 813 Art House, man, send them an email, because now's the time to buy it.
Yeah,
now's the time to buy it. So
some of the stuff that's up is pretty fun, but that's new.
I think if you threw that love one up on auction, like all of your friends would be bidding with against each other, and it would go for a lot of money. That one right there.
I know some people that have thrown out some significant offers for it.
Yeah, and I think Jason would take us all down and stab us if he doesn't get it.
I think so. That one's there because it's going to draw attention.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to list that currently as it's my favorite and it's for sale, but you're going to need to convince me to sell it.
Yeah, good call.
That's another one that could. I mean, you could make prints of that.
I'm going to make prints of that and some other things.
Please make prints of that.
Yeah, I would sell the original, but somebody's gonna have to inspire me to sell the original. So
let's see it happen. By inspire, he means like 10 grand, right?
Yeah.
This one is awesome as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of craziness underneath there. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, music and whiskey keep me going in the studio. So usually both at the same time. A little whiskey for the paint, little whiskey for the artist. There's all like stuff gets spilled, it's fine. So it just kind of ends up in there. It's all part of the process. Little intergalactic one.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
That reminds me of Northern Lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I set my coffee cup on there. Can you see it?
In the snow. Northern Lights in the snow.
That's
Yeah.
the first success. No, I had my one on this. I was really excited because I told Nat. My impression of this is looking through a telescope in a winter day where the ice is creeping around the lens.
Yeah.
That's what I get on that. So it's like looking through infinity. And
And another thing to the fanciness of Jason, his introspective views on paintings.
The description.
If you didn't think he was fancy already, you will now.
Yeah.
You will now.
Jason would be right at home. It's like I now have art next to a coffee shop. Like he should come and get his beard done and
absolutely
up and the whole
beard styled. I think it is. Yeah.
That one's up there. Little sleepless, little insomnia painting. So
same.
That one's huge. That one's that's a gigantic painting.
That's cool.
So mocked up, like what it would look like in your home.
I love the purple ones are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so excited to see the Emerald City in those. I
That's
love
the
the
witch. That's a Wicked Witch, and then there's the little gray, crazy looking scraggly castle, abstract style, and then the Dorothy version, like blue gingham inspired with the Emerald City stuff. So hopefully that stuff moves. I got those all custom framed. That's
the
charity frame.
The charity.
Yeah, that's the one for charity. I kind of wish I kept that. That's how much I like it. So if it doesn't sell for a good amount of money, I'm going to buy that son of a bitch back.
That reminds me of you, Corey.
Say, if there's online bidding, because that actually matches my basement.
We can proxy it. we could proxy it. So
yeah.
So yeah, that'll be next Thursday night for that one to go up. I'm hoping it does really well, and like I said, if not, I'll buy myself. So.
I'm waiting for you to get really famous, where all you got to do is put paint on your palm and throw it on the paper and make a little turkey out of it and sign it.
And I want to be that famous too. There's some real bullshit that gets gets sold for a crazy amount of money.
Please don't do that. Please just keep being you. Yeah.
I would like to get to the point where like how cool would that be, right? Like if that became a for real thing. But
I'll say this. I'll make this statement.
Yeah.
If you keep doing this for another year and a half, you will be.
Yeah.
It's that good. And if people catch on, like it's so good, man.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. There's been a lot of encouragement for my friends to throw it out there. Like it's a weird kind of not to get super emo on you, but it's a weird vulnerable spot to then it's one thing to paint your garage. It's nothing to put it on a wall somewhere and invite the public to come look at it. Because some people are going to be like, oh, that's really cool. And I know there's going to be people who are like, that sucks, which is fine. Like I don't shake that, but that's the threat of having a public display of any kind of art piece.
Sure.
You got to.
But the thing that I love about, honestly, if it wasn't great, I would absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
I have a Whiskey Newton painting in the garage. I just need to send it to Eric. I did it a while.
The courage to do it, but your stuff. Compositionally, even if it's not your jam, the composition, like you're saying, it's obvious that you know the rules of composition and graphic art, because even if it's not your jam, it is still a quality piece of art.
I appreciate that, and that's also because I know when it sucks, I will paint over it. So
yeah, exactly. And I like I said, even if it's not your jam, it's just things are in. That sounds pretentious, but things are in the right place. And when the layering is enough.
That's the part where you're starting to get better at
knowing when enough is. Because you can go too far on something.
For real. It's very whiskey-like, right? Like when there's a cocktail blend or whatever, you add all different things in, and like sometimes the right part is knowing when to quit. Wow. I've done that in paintings before too, where I paint one extra thing, and I'm like, shit, overcooked it. Start over.
And like whiskey, people like a lot of different things.
Yeah, for sure. So,
and I don't remember which one it was, but it was a few back that I saw it. It was nice. It was really nice when you were showing the progression. I'm like, that's really. But then you hit some black. There was one that you just hit a little bit of black in it, and it just changed the whole painting.
So, not to get all super art color theory on you, but anytime you're doing anything with color, true black sets a baseline for the rest of the color. So, like, black provides depth because it allows the color to match up against the black. So brights become brighter if there's black. And the same thing for white. Like, you want some white and black somewhere, even if it's the white is the border around the whole thing, or the edges, or black is the edges, or I put black in the painting, even if there's bright colors, because it makes the bright colors pop more when they have something to base off of. So,
Love it.
ta-da.
I feel like there's a whole bunch of jokes that I should not say.
That you should put black in all your paintings, or the black makes the paintings look bigger, more aggressive.
I'm tied for words at the moment.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's why you drive the bus, Ian.
I'm driving no bus right now. No buses.
It'll be fine.
Oh, what do we got? Requesting some slasher horror style. So we don't get many comments on the Flannel panel, mainly because, well, that's not true. Live we do, but on commenting after the fact. Yeah. So if you want to see a collaboration where we watch Corey do a painting on the Flannel panel, throw it in the comments. Let's see the need for Corey to be painting live, because we'll get Jason's lovely commentary, we'll get Troy's lovely hammered antics.
So if we did on a Friday, though, you can invite other guests on for commentary.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because like an hour would be pushing it. Like, I can probably do a painting in an hour, but have to be small. That's what she said. But if it was doing like a bigger painting, that's what she said. It would probably take a little bit more time. That's what she said. So,
well, I saw your commission prices, which are quite reasonable, and I have this image or idea in my mind to give you carte blanche on a painting with the only inspiration being flannel panel.
Oh, yeah.
What's your take on flannel panel?
Since we're using Jason's money, it has to be live on the Flannel panel. Let's milk this for all it's worth.
Drop in and use Troy's rye whiskey for the inspiration, and that's the only.
Flannel / bourbon themed painting would be.
Can we do this live?
Yeah. So to do it, literally, like, not to try to set a whole bunch of rules on it. Like, it would be fun to do it that way. It would also be fun if we could do it not on a weeknight when I have to get up the next morning.
Absolutely.
Yes. Friday, Saturday,
Friday or Saturday, and give it some real time. And if you want to invite some extra guests on to come out and hang out and talk, whatever, and then I could set up. So if I did it, I could probably set up, like, with the way that this works, I could set up one or two, maybe a couple cameras in the garage or something, or in the studio. It's my garage. So
it's a studio now, buddy.
Yeah, it's a studio now, son of a bitch. I got a gallery and everything. So that would be pretty sweet. I think we could definitely do that, and that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. So
I have a really fancy rye I'll have to send you to. Yeah, to throw in the flannel.
Put a little in the artist.
Maybe I'll send it to everybody so we could drink it together.
I'll send the Floki. See if you can get inspired.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I'm for it. That would be fun.
A 4-hour live stream on a weekend.
Yeah, that'll be
playlist and everything.
And the Grease is asking if I'm okay. I don't understand. I've been asked if I'm okay for the last 3 days. I'm great.
I think it's the play on it. Hurricane.
Ian's tired.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm like, I didn't get it.
What's the play?
I came in like a
Hurricane Ian is hitting the East Coast.
And Grease also says, watching with my daughter. Corey, please behave. My name is all over Twitter.
All over the tweet.
Yeah,
I'm finally famous, and it's because I'm destroying things.
Infamous.
This is great. Yes.
I knew you had it in you.
Yeah.
Appreciate the effort, bud.
I had a few jokes for my wife, and she didn't like it at all.
Hey, can we talk a little bit about the fact that I got pissed off this morning on the morning show? Did you see that the mayor of New York said that he was recognized in Cuba and the Dominican Republic or something like that because of New York City, because New York has a brand and places like Kansas don't?
Oh, shit.
And listen, I couldn't say it on the radio show, but it was a heap and spoonful of go fuck yourself, first of all. And second of all, Kansas does have a brand, jackass. Kansas's brand is Middle of America feeds y'all. You're welcome. Kansas's brand is Wichita builds all the airplane parts that built the cool airplane that you flew to the Dominican Republic on. You're welcome. And then it was also a little bit of like, hey, we're kind to our neighbors. You might want to look into that. So, yeah.
And by the way, Big Red One, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no big deal. It's fine. We're just out here defending freedom. Good deal. So,
well, and
mhm.
visiting Boomtown, I will gladly stand up for Wamego, and I guarantee you that it is more American per square foot than New York and LA combined.
Kansas has a brand like no place like home. Like, come on, Kansas has a brand. Shut up.
Oh, it very well. I mean, I knew, it just impressed me so much on how true to our country it really was, without playing any.
Jason knows he was there.
It was great. I loved the place. I mean, it was absolutely.
Yeah, that really got me pretty going. It was pretty good. Yeah. Kansas is not just flat, Tommy D. I live in the Flint Hills, so come on over.
I was surprised that Kansas City itself was built on a hill, like that main street. It's a pretty steep.
Oh
main
yeah,
street.
somebody was like, "Oh, am I not supposed to be cursing because someone is watching?"
Oh, that's right.
Listen, this is the show.
We're sorry, Spawn of Grease.
Yeah, Spawn of Grease.
Troy,
I'm
what are you
sure
drinking
they've
now?
heard worse in Grease's house.
I'm still drinking the shark
Today.
repellent.
Well, let's get after it, Troy.
Oh,
What time do you have to get up, Troy? What time's work tomorrow?
4:00 tomorrow.
Yeah, you got lots of time.
Hey.
Lots of time.
I did not bounce right out of bed this morning though. It was a rough.
Again, bottle shots. That was
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I'm getting too old for that behavior.
What is that glass?
Snoot.
It's just kind of like a metal Glen shape. It's a nice little travel mug.
Are there dents around all of it, or did you dent the one side?
Yeah, they're like diamond cut on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I like this thing. It's nice I throw it in my bourbon bag when we travel and stuff. I don't have to worry about breaking glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of bourbon bags, I'll jump in. I went on a golf trip with a bunch of buddies over the weekend and used the podcast bourbon bag.
The backpack?
Yeah, the backpack. I had like 7 bottles in there. It was fantastic. I walked down to the lobby of the hotel, zipped it open, and everybody was in awe. I was like, look at this thing.
You took 7 bottles of booze to play golf?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's how you do it.
It was great. Now, unfortunately, most of them came home with me.
No.
Nobody else really was getting tuned up, but it was a good time.
I played golf last Friday in a scramble tournament. Listen, I'm not a great golfer, but I appreciate that golf has halftime and ends at a bar. So it's, it's in the wheelhouse.
What's your favorite hole?
Number 2.
I'm not sure where you're going with that. But
19th hole.
Yeah, no one likes 1.
Corey went straight for number 2.
Watching when you tee off. It's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Second half,
You need to lower your standards. Any hole is a good hole.
Well, there's an argument to be made there.
Yeah.
So it was an Oktoberfest themed golf tournament.
All right.
Even though it wasn't October.
Agreed.
Fine.
They got it.
That tournament used to be Cinco de Mayo, but they moved it because I think they were concerned that Cinco de Mayo was culturally insensitive. So instead, they moved it to October and made fun of the Germans. So I think we're good there.
I think it's safer to make fun of Germans.
I think
than-
it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right.
They kind
They're
of
not so sensitive.
a couple times.
Yeah, they got it coming. But it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. But we actually played pretty well, which to me was disappointing because our score was competitive, not good enough to win.
What's competitive mean?
We shot 14 under par.
Nah, you're full of it.
That's pretty good.
I recruited well, not because I'm a good golfer.
Yeah, you're full of it.
The recruiter, and we bought the cheater package, which helped a whole lot.
Oh, so a whole bunch of mulligans.
Yeah, and
Good win.
that's some pretty good holding ones and stuff.
All
like
right, all right, fair enough.
that. Listen. It wasn't because we're amazing. I mean, I did. So I brought a dude on the team who was a former college golfer. Like I can recruit. Like that's
Because usually the 14 unders, like, yeah, they drank a lot. They're full of crap.
no.
Yeah.
No. The guys that won were like legit. I was mostly disappointed because we were good enough to be competitive, but not good enough to win, which to me means we should have drank more. Like
Yeah.
we
Oh,
should have
fair
partied
enough.
way
Okay.
harder,
All right.
right? Like if you're not gonna win, you might as well really lose a scramble tournament.
Well, because scrambles are a long experience.
Yeah, so we should have just
Yeah.
been drinking.
Yeah.
And that would have been fine. It'd been fine. The golf course there's only a few blocks from my house. We would have been good, but yeah. So they wanted to compete, but we weren't good enough to really compete, which means that we should have just drank more.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned the hard way that whiskey is a bad thing to take to a scramble because by the time you realize that you've drank too much, it's too late
Too
to
late.
recover
On the
help
third
it
hole.
at all. On the golf. The golf is shot by the
Oh yeah.
8th hole.
Whiskey on the golf course is a bell curve.
Yeah.
It's
We're good. Oh, we're
Yeah.
amazing. We are fantastic golfers.
and we're done.
Tiger Woods.
How many more holes do we have left? We have 9 more holes to go. Oh no.
Yeah.
We had a bottle of Eagle Rare and a whole bunch of Miller Lights, and
Although
we did okay.
I will say there's one place for Fireball
Golf course would be
on
it.
the golf course.
Yeah,
on the
you're
golf course. Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this, but do y'all have Top Golf in your area?
Yeah.
You ever heard of Top Golf?
Kansas City. Yep.
Yeah.
I know what it is, but it's not here.
We have one like 2 blocks from the house, and yeah, that's
No,
the place.
That's where you can
just
get tuned up as long as you don't fall over.
Yeah, you can watch some sorority girls try to fall off the 3rd floor of that shit all the way down the bottom.
My-
That's what TikTok's made of.
girlfriend
Amen.
my nephew's girlfriend works there, and she has stories. I want to bring her some alcohol and talk accident stories.
Yeah, there's some full blast drunk a-holes try to hurt themselves at the top.
myself included.
Oh, you have stories. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, well, no, just no, yes.
I mean, you're kind of a hurricane, Jason. I could see you kind of like being a little bit at risk at a Top Golf.
I was very
I mean, Hurricane Jason's next, but
kind of the other direction because I was missing horribly, and then I just get pissed off and break the club and then pout for the rest of the night, which is
Because
not. But
everybody's swinging as hard as they can because
Oh yeah, the one trying to hit it over the net.
there's no laying
and
up
they
the Top
have
Golf.
targets they have targets you can earn points from and stuff like that, and
Yeah, they get pissed if you hit it out.
so
You're,
bad.
you're not supposed to hit it out. So
They need to build a bigger net. That's
That's
not
what
my fault.
yeah.
If that
Well,
net can't hold me,
it's not my fault that you can't control this.
Yeah.
your inadequate nets.
You need to re-net this some bitch. So was it everything that you'd hoped that tonight's live stream would be, Ian? He seems a little stunned. He's like, we went from guns.
I'm
Don't
good.
worry.
I'm just glad I didn't have to talk too much, to be honest, because I'm tired. Yes, so it has been everything that I hoped and dreamed.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a great golf question.
Yep, here we go.
Are you supposed to wiggle your butt
Yes.
before you swing?
And after.
Well, you either wiggle your butt or you waggle the club. Now, we're talking about golf, not something else.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think so.
I think so. You're just trying to like set your feet, make sure your balance is good.
You
Right.
gotta have a good foundation.
Yeah.
The stance has to be right before you go after it.
Right.
It's kind of like peeing in the backyard. You gotta have your feet.
Yeah, you got to be well grounded.
Yeah.
If you're not solid, not well grounded, it's a problem.
Completely agree.
Yeah, golf is a
Ah,
So speaking of golf, you can golf from the tips.
you can. That's all.
I don't because I suck, but
I did my homework today. I was prepared. I was even prepared on that.
so if you can
This is
golf
like a
from the
landmark.
tips, we can bring you just the tips.
Bringing.
There you go.
I have 2 even.
You do.
Well, good because I have.
Oh, Tommy D.
Yeah,
Tommy
I
D.
kicked one off. Oh, good.
When you wiggle your butt, it helps get your balls aligned.
He's
Yeah,
he's
well-
not wrong.
Now that's in general. That may not be just on the golf course.
I think that's
'Cause
just
if you ever got that waggle going just in the mall or something like that.
Especially on a day with high humidity.
You're supposed to gold bond that ahead of time. That's in your prep.
Christmas.
That time to prep.
Gold bond and sunscreen. These are
Yes.
on the golf.
Oh,
course.
Gold Bond isn't
It's
Gold
salvation.
Bond.
Not in the
And-
same places. I mean, you need to put gold bond in one place, sunscreen other places. Not the same.
Depends how many whiskeys you had before the 9th hole.
Well, you're not wrong. That's fine.
Yeah.
Why do you got powder all over your head?
Eh.
Anyway,
Well, we started at a bar, had halftime at a bar, and ended at a bar. What am I?
Wow. There you go. Jason. Oh,
Start
hold up. I
Please
think I was premature with just the tips. Let's get rid of this.
Uh-oh.
premature with the tip.
You have a fancy flannel on today.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is this?
Bring all this
flannel?
ridiculous
Get it
down
back
and
here.
make me get some. I've already been sentimental. No, this was the new Dixon purchase I was going to model, but it was cool because I mean, to be quite honest, I've bought many flannels in the last 2 weeks, but this one, I actually swore against buying them, and then this one showed up. And the reason why this one is not only does whiskey have some sentimental value to me, certain whiskeys. When the shirt showed up on the Instagram feed, I had to get it because it is called the Bel Air.
Yes.
And I just immediately reminded me of my grandfather. My grandfather was 50 years in the auto body industry, one of the best custom painters in the West. And he did a ground up. He did many Bel Airs. That was his thing. Everything from 54 all the way to 57 truck, Nomad, you name it, he had it. Well, his pride and joy was he did a 5-year ground up resto on a 57 Bel Air convertible, and it was this color. It was the Larkspur blue with the white leather interior. And the second I saw it, I was like, I have to have it because it immediately, every time I see the shirt, I think of my grandpa. And I was so inspired that I actually bought my son the exact same shirt because I wanted him to be inspired as well. So
Nice.
the Bel Air on sale now, I think. But
It looks good too.
thank you.
That's a nice
Yeah,
shirt.
I was
I'd like
iffy on-
to make
Go
a
ahead.
shirt comment while we're on them.
All
I
right.
noticed when I look at Corey, his shirt looks like a dress shirt, like a nice shirt. My shirt looks like a drop cloth. I don't understand. Is it just
I think
the
it's how many
model?
buttons you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at him.
Got a button,
Well-
the little collar button. Here you go. Is it better?
That's the
Like,
Oh, that's very. Oh, it's a little more GQ now. It's the V-neck
Yeah.
shirt underneath. I think is the.
Now I'm a preacher.
if you
Well, I
go
think-
all the way up to the neck, you look like a Mexican gangbanger.
I would.
You got the haircut for it for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a good look.
Yeah.
Low. You gotta get that hat low. Yeah.
Yeah, straight brim too. It's got.
but yours is where I
Yeah.
think
There we go.
I used to walk through West Hollywood to work when I was in LA. Like I've seen some stuff. It's fine.
Troy, you do that. You do that pretty well.
Oh yeah. Well, I grew up on the hard streets of Janine Hutton. We got all kinds of.
It's the trick when somebody's like, "Hey, what are you looking at?" You're like, "Nothing," and they're like, "Oh, I'm nothing to you." You're like, "Oh shit, now it's a fight." Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the opposite, though. I think Troy. I think yours is at the perfect worn in.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed.
Flannel has to be. You're at maximum comfort. There comes a point in the flannel like this has never been washed. That's why it's so stiff.
Yeah.
But,
If you wash it too much, it'll fix that. If you wash it a bunch.
that's what I see. I just see a comfortable shirt that's pretty sexy.
Yeah, I wore this one to work for the morning show this morning. I was very comfortable being flanneled in on the radio, so made for a better show.
You were ready for a fight too, so it was good.
I was pretty fired up this morning, man.
Yeah,
It's all right.
I love it.
I can't believe I missed it.
All right,
Oh, there we go. All right.
Jason, you got two.
Start with the innocuous one that I thought was quite fun for me. So last week, this may not sound like a big deal, but Utah has finally started selling Duke's mayonnaise.
Yes.
And I actually had a bottle of
Glory.
in the bottle of the Duke's. Duke's is far better.
Tell me you're a potluck fan without telling me you're a potluck fan.
Accurate, dude. Duke's
Yeah.
mayonnaise is the truth.
I hope Will heard that at some point.
Another cringe-inducing comment. While I was putting mayo on my breakfast sandwich last week,
God damn it.
I was eating it and I was looking at the label, and it said, "Have you tried Duke's Southern sauces?" So of course I got on the website and I bought all 7.
Treated.
And
Yeah, because he's fancy.
it came in a sample pack.
He
Only 30
loves his condiments.
I would like
Wow.
the bouge package.
As a sauce
Could you
box.
give me the bouge maximum package?
Well, it was cool because they had, and it was a sample pack of 7 bottles of sauces for. It was only like $29, but
Those would
7
make
bottles.
nice
Great
gifts.
deal.
Well, and for the
Nice
record,
gifts.
I looked on Amazon and there was a 3-bottle pack for $40, so I felt okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I'm saying that is they are actually very delicious, and they have all the classics. They have the Alabama white sauce. The reason I got it was Nat always talks about her Mississippi comeback sauce,
Yeah.
Carolina Gold.
White sauce, comeback sauce. We're going all
Oh, I'm
downtown
telling you,
here.
they're all.
Dudes.
Back me up, Nat. Help me out here.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it has all the
Dukes is dirty. You know what I mean?
traditional, sauces from that region.
So hold on.
That is
You got
you get a
White
chance.
sauce and comeback sauce. What's the other
Alabama
sauces?
white- come on.
yeah. There's a
Never heard of comeback.
And they're
sauce.
all mayo based, are they?
All right, there's got to be someone from the South.
it's a blue
on
label
this
one,
stream.
but it's
One
only
of the 12 people has to be from the South.
Yeah.
Back me up here.
That's right. We're getting saucy.
amen.
Anyway,
Yeah.
enjoy
All right.
the Alabama white sauce.
You want to see Jason shut down? That was it. It was like,
No,
oh,
well, maybe it's a little. That's because I've been
Troy
taking
also
mellow
gets
corn to the
sauce on
face the whole
Wednesdays,
time.
but it's a different story.
yeah.
Yes.
Troy's sauce is definitely bourbon based.
Yes, it's a high proof sauce. I have had Duke's coleslaw mix, so the sauce that's good.
Yeah. The Duke's was the game changer for the deviled eggs recipe, and then after that point, I'm like, all right, that's it. So, or pimento cheese, also pimento.
Amen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I use Will's recipe with the Duke's mayo, and it's always a hit at parties.
Yeah, you have to. That guy knows how to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I will pass the
All right,
tip to
Jason,
you.
do you want to pass the tip before the next one?
Yeah, let's tip and pass. I'll come back to me.
Full out sausage. Anyway, yeah, let's go, Troy. What do you got?
Well, I don't have much, and I'm afraid to say this because every time I say something like this, you say I stole yours. But not having much, I thought I would just talk a little bit about last week's episode of Barn Night, where they got together and did the old Barn Night
Love
again.
it. You did not steal mine, but
Oh,
good.
great! But yeah, what is it? That's the first one they've done in 2 years or more.
800 and some days.
yeah.
So yeah, that's over 2. But yeah, it was nice to hear that again. I think that's everybody's favorite episodes, and it was cool seeing everybody again, and getting to see the video was cool too. But and somehow after all these years or all that time, Grease is still screwing things up. But so it was just like getting together with an old friend again. Same old
Yeah.
stuff. So
I didn't watch it on YouTube. I wanted to listen to it, so I specifically skipped the video and listened to it after it came out. The audio, like old school, and that was cool. It was like having my friends back in the truck again. So that was pretty fun.
So for those that are watching or listening to this, that's the podcast, and the podcast started what might have been the OG game on podcasting or Whiskey Tube, with the Barn Night, which was Troy. You've been a part of Barn Night at Home, which kind of took that concept and ran with it a little further. And they get 4 guys, so Will, Grease, Chris Thomas, and Joe B, and they get together at a barn and bring a sample, and the best one wins. They review it, and it's awesome. So if you haven't checked it out, please go to the podcast, which I'm sure you have, but the podcast YouTube channel, and watch it. It is my favorite thing that they do by far. It's probably my favorite thing in Whiskey Tube. That's what got me into whiskey, or like finding everybody out, and that's what made this friendship happen, because I kept following those guys because of that. So definitely jump in, and that wasn't my just a tip, but I'll definitely run with it because it's by far.
It almost
and Corey,
seems like
watching it is just as good as listening.
Oh, I'm sure. I just wanted to, plus it's
completely agree, but watching it was awesome. Yeah.
I'm sure I'll go back and watch it. It was just really fun to listen to it again.
Yeah. There is
it'd
one
be hard
cut.
to do it weekly, but it seems like it could almost be
a
channel itself. You know what I mean?
Oh,
just a Barn Night channel.
Totally agree.
There is one cut when they look at Joe B laughing, and it makes the whole thing, because it's just him. Like, it agrees to the edits. He cuts to Joe B and he's just chuckling at something, and it's like it could be a meme. It's so good.
I think that like Will and Grease are both dear friends, but Joe B's my favorite guy.
Oh yeah,
on Barn Night. On Barn Night, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the episode.
It's something you might not have noticed listening to it, Corey, is it was like very hot that night, and they're all just dripping.
Oh yeah, they were bitching about.
And Joe was like got like a handkerchief just dabbing himself the whole.
Will's hat is like soaked. Like it's like they were suffering through that.
Even just the audio talking about how hot it was, and that it was the old barn and the whole thing, and then like the whole spider thing happened, the whole bit. Like it was fun.
It was.
My favorite part was Joe B just chanting at the end, "Just land the plane. Come on, just land the plane. Land the plane."
Maybe he follows me on Instagram, and I follow him, and he occasionally posts likes on some of the painting stuff. But he also he's full old school Southern old man bullshit that he posts up there online. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. He posts song lyrics from country songs and stuff like that, and inspirational stuff. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, learn to buckle up on Instagram. Yeah. I think it's learn to buckle up is the thing. He throws up quotes that are great. Like I frequently stop on his posts on Instagram and really take them in, because he's on he's definitely got a good place to be. So definitely worth the follow.
And the add on to that real quick is I would like to start a write-in campaign now that we have the podcast listening. I want to introduce a write-in campaign to add Chase Steely to the cast of Barn Night. I know it's been 4 traditionally, but Chase Steely would be an amazing addition to Barn, because he actually did it that one time. He was on Barn Night with them, and he was like their version of Troy. Troy is
his tasting notes are funny.
Well, I'm just saying he'll throw in a little zinger, and it just hangs there and makes everybody laugh for the entire night.
He's the
little squirrely guy, and he's a little squirrely guy.
Yeah. He's the educated version of me. Yeah.
There you go.
well said. So I got just a tip.
Sweet.
And it is Andrew Schultz. Does anybody know who that is?
No.
Flagrant podcast. He did Andrew Schultz Saves the World on Netflix while the pandemic was going on. Funny dude. His comedy special just went on YouTube, so it's free to watch. It was a subscription thing for a while. It's a little it's comedy, but he does push boundaries. but definitely worth the watch. It was a fun. I found myself like flat out laughing while doing the dishes last night. So a good one to watch. Still challenges things, and you may not want to watch it with
Children's.
young ones around, but
Old peeps around.
yeah. But Andrew Schultz's comedy special, loved it.
So the tip is Ashley McBride's new record comes out next Friday, and she is a full blast country music badass chick, like tattooed, old school. So she's like to me like the spirit of for real old school country music. I love Ashley McBride. Like I can't tell you how much I love Ashley McBride. So she's an interesting one. Eric Church kind of got a little bit caught up with her and kind of inspired the Nashville to sign her as an independent country music artist. She kind of gets like a teetering on the edge of being bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think this next record is going to be it, man. So she's just a total badass, whiskey drinking, hell raising chick, and she's the kind of girl that I would love to share a beverage with. But she's also the kind of girl I think will like kick your ass in a bar fight. So it's like I'm super excited for her new record next Friday. So
Cool.
Get that done. Yeah.
Awesome.
Tough girls are
Country
fun. Country music. They win. Country music.
Yeah.
Always.
I love it. Troy,
So
what
that's-
do you listen to? What's your music of choice?
Well, I didn't grow up listening to country, but nowadays we listen to country. There's just not much for radio stations in our area, so we've got a local country station that we listen to a lot, and even I've got Sirius in the car, and I listen to the Highway a lot. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You just need to put Cody Johnson's Human Record on repeat. Like that one's a win.
Yep.
Super win.
So Larry Fleet and Morgan Wallen did That's Where I Find God or something like that. The
Yeah.
song it's on YouTube. I haven't found it on Apple Music or anything, but that like go on YouTube, search for that song. It's awesome.
So they released
Such
that
a
as
great tune.
like almost like a side release that wasn't officially on a record. Morgan Wallen's record has actually been like it's setting records for how long it's been on the country music charts. I was a country music dude a little bit, but I did a rock morning show. I'll go see Slayer, Metallica. I'll go see Cody Johnson and Ashley McBride and Garth Brooks. Like I don't care. Like if it's good music,
Sure.
it's dude. Like
yeah.
I'm there. Like I've seen Ronnie Millsap and like whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But hell yeah,
I'll
man.
tell you
There's
the truth. A lot of times in the car anymore, I'm listening to podcasts and things. So
sure. Yeah.
even in the car anymore, I'm not listening to music that much anymore.
Yeah.
So
And Zach Brown's reissuing the comeback with a bunch of duets, and some of those are really cool. If you haven't seen Zach Brown Band live, go see Zach Brown Band. Like that's a tailgating blowout.
That dude went from like a
Yeah, he got
chunky
ripped,
little guy to somebody that's ripped with
he looks
tattoos
at least
all
on
over him.
HGH. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So that's cool.
Cool. Well, what a flannel panel. We got to see Corey's artwork. We got to talk about guns and music and emo for a little bit. We got to see Jason's insight into
when we hang out in person. Like
what's that?
Also all the stuff we should do when we hang out in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little music,
Amen.
little guns, little drinking,
All right. Isn't that the 3 Bs?
3 Bs.
bullets.
Well, yeah, bowling, but it's bullets, bowling, and barbecue.
Yeah. I think you could add burgers.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Or burgers, or
There's a lot more you could do with that.
you knew what to be.
All right, folks. That was fun. Loved it.
Yeah.
Tommy, you missed the gun talk. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch it because it was worth it. And like, comment, subscribe. I think we have to say that because nobody really does. Although we're well past that 100. So Troy, we're making waves.
It's all due to Troy.
We're making waves.
My work friends discovered
Is that what it is?
this week.
Yeah, every time we get a spike in followers, Troy's like, "Yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
that was me."
Well,
Yeah.
I do pip us out a lot. Like if somebody needs something, like, okay, well, all I need you to do is subscribe to this.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. Next week we may have one of the most special guests we've ever had on the Flannel panel.
Yes.
And if we do, we're going to be talking about concerts and cars.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right?
Big concerts, fast cars.
Also,
This
it
has been
may
years
be
in the
rated AA.
Listen, I'm so excited.
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm gonna start. So you have to hydrate when you're getting ready for a big game.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna have to start practicing my F bombs.
Yes. I
Hey.
think that's it.
Like I have to expand my vocal palette to be ready to keep up.
I think that's it.
Phenomenal. We hang out a bunch, and it's like if you beeped it, it'd be like Morse code.
Andrew's got a point.
I don't know if that'll ever happen. I don't know if that'll ever
He's
happen.
trying to keep the family rating.
Yeah.
But next week we will have an awesome guest on. I'm super stoked for it. It's been a long time coming. So please chime in. That'll be 9:30 on Wednesday, 9:30 Eastern on Wednesday. And Jason, what's the tagline?
Stay buttoned up. People.
No, until next time.
Oh,
Thank you, Jason.
Until next time.
Did I kick him off?
Stay buttoned up.
Cheers, everyone.